Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ready? Flag. 54. Right 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On second down and 4. Winston. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Ready? White 25. 54 Mike. I know he ain't got it.
A first down throw for Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down, Tampa Bay.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Completes it to Benjamin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks. That one goes for 24 yards. Cooks now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, Goff. Complete to Kelly. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Tonight, 180. 45. Hard ball. 45. Check Mike 45.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Kelly, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Goff now looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
The 26-yard line.
Ready. Blue wave. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Who that?
On second down, this is Cannon. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Winston. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
We're good. We're good. Go.
Here's Gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
No. Me. 45's the mic. Switch up. We go. 76. 76.
Here's Gone. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The 30, 10, for touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, 94 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ready? Black 25. 58. Come on. In the face.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Winston, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield. week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston looking deep downfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 24, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to fire one deep left. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Trying to get it to Woods. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Check 50, check 50. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
On 2nd down now. It's Cannon, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Winston now. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, Winston. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Cannon. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Kelly. Broken tackle for Kelly. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
180. Check. Double time. You got 3 down.
On 1st down, it's Kelly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st down, here's McGuire. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strip that ball.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Goff now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
Hey, keep it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Callan. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Justin Evans. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 5. 45 to Mike. Here we go.
Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Finding room at the 30. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Winston now to throw on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
And the Buccaneer first down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
After the sack on first down, Winston, and the pressure gets to him again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
3rd and long.
Ready? Black 25. Mike 58 right there. I'm coming. I'm coming. Wait, hold up. Check.
To throw, Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Clay Matthews. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. This is fielded at the 7. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offense. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Levante David. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch the slant. Undercrush. 12. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
You got it. You got it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Goff now to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Play to win. Let's go.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Cannon. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball down the field as well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jameis now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20. And the Buccaneer.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. Wonder if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Wide open receiver complete. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
What? 180. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Out of the gun. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Mike goes to that. 180. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
3rd and long. It's gone. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run with Cannon. And an alley to run. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Dayon Buchanan in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Zerline's kick is up and through. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Rams' 49-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Barber on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding him to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain there of 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Trenton Cannon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result? 6 points.
Touchdown. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
This is Kelly. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
180. I got you. DC.
Here's Gall. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Kelly tries the right side. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Obama. I got you, son.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 12 at the 25-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. It's complete right side to Benjamin.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. Black 22. I got it.
On third down, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over first and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
13-yard line.
Cut. 120. 20.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. And his throw is incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Bunch formation. Bunch formation. Come on, boys. Come on.
Hey, 76. 76. 76.
Throwing on third. Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Kelly. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he loses the football a second time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is taken at the 23.
That's it, baby. We got work.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now Kelly. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Hey, Shell.
Switch.
From the 24, Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Goff on first down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
Winston. And got his man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the...
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
Winston now from the 50. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Ready? Flag. What is that? Flip, flip, flip.
From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
We go tonight. Like 20. Rap. 4 down. Hey, Zoo.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Dayon Buchanan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Go.
Here's Goff. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Taken in at the 22. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm scared.
Listen.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff airing it out deep for Woods. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Get him. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Noah Spence. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. The Seahawks have scored in that one, and they retake the lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Ready. Back, 45, behind.
Winston to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sidelines?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Cut, 180. Mike 45. I'm coming. Shell.
Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come on, let's go. 17. Mike 20. I got him. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Mike.
Now it's gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's third and short. They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot.
3 down. Hey, Mike 20.
Again, Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Kellen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Sean Wilson on the return. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? Blue 80. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Cannon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's complete. It's Allington. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Winston connecting with Howard. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jameis again. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
Here we go, even.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tampa Bay, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire